Hi guys, this is Katie and this is the start of my next weekly vlog, working from home. So if we haven't met before, my name is Katie. I am a primary school teacher here in Bangkok. We are on lockdown, so I am working from home. I have got fully dressed up still because I kind of feel like it just helps me separate work from home life still. We actually had a full week of lockdown last week, but to be honest, I didn't really film much because we were so busy and it was so hard to get used to kind of like the day. But I thought I would try and weekly vlog this week. I hope it's not too boring and there's not too many time lapses of me just sitting on the computer. But yeah, I'm gonna get started. It's Monday morning, it's 7:15, so I'm gonna start setting everything up. So this is my setup in my living room. I really enjoy sitting on the floor just because I'm a bit of a weirdo. So I'm actually just using my coffee table. I've got the floor here and this is the laptop that my school gave me that I'm using to correspond with children, email, stuff like that. We're actually using Google Classroom to assign and set most of our work. Every morning the children will get some work as well. I've got my personal laptop over here. I prefer using this if I'm creating any resources. So for example, I need to plan some science for this week, like just get a few bits and bobs finished for that. So when I do that, I'll use this just because I prefer using that for that. I also have a little thing over here. There's not much on it. I actually bought this on Lazada, which is like the Thailand version of like eBay, and I bought this for my classroom, funny enough, and it arrived like 2 days before we went into lockdown. I wanted to use it originally to like store paperwork and stuff in my classroom just because I wanted to get a bit more organized. It arrived late, so now I'm just using it for here. So on the top I've just got a few bits and bobs like calculators for when I'm marking work, post-it notes, hand sanitizer, just bits and bobs, my pencil case. And then here I'm actually storing the wire to charge this, but also I've got 2 notebooks that I'm just like using to jot down things I need to do, and when I have meetings I bring them out as well. But yeah, that's my very basic setup. Obviously got myself a cup of tea. I've also actually got myself a protein shake for breakfast because we're trying to have a bit more protein in our lives and not eat too many carbs in the morning. But yeah, that's my setup. I'm gonna start the day. Hi guys, so basically what I've just done for the last hour is I've logged on to my Google Drive and my Gmail, and basically we have a system where we have Google Hangouts, which is kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of MSN. Remember we had MSN when we were kids? It's kind of like that, but you have your email so that you can check your emails, but then you also have Google Hangouts, which is like a conversation group. So I have a year 6, my class is called 6K, so I have a 6K conversation group, but then I also put the children into smaller groups, so if they have any like questions about work or like more private questions, they can ask me in those smaller groups. Yeah, so basically in the morning what I do is I send off their timetable. So every day we're emailing them a timetable of all of the lessons they have to do that day, all the activities they have to do. To be honest, for like home learning, one of the benefits of working in my school is we have 7 teachers per year group because we're a 7th form entry school. So actually I'm planning science, which means I only have to prepare 1 lesson a week, which is really nice. After half term, I'm not sure what I'm planning, so I might have more, but at the moment I'm only planning 1, which is great. So actually there's not loads of planning to do apart from just kind of preparing a few bits and bobs for science. So anyway, we have a timetable that we kind of do in advance. We send that out every morning to the kids, and then for the first kind of hour of the day, it really is a case of them looking at the timetable and looking at the work and working out, is there anything I need help with, is there anything I need to ask questions about. And for my first hour, I literally just, I send out that email and then I respond to their questions. I say good morning to the children, I check emails, like if there's any emails that have come in the evening before or that morning, I'm just going to go through emails and stuff like that. And now it is 8:45, so I've done that for the last hour. I've got 2 more emails that I do need to look at, and I need to help one child work out how to upload something to Google Classroom. And now I'm going to go on to Google Classroom. So Google Classroom is an extension of Google. It's like a different kind of app type thing that they have, and basically you can create a class on Google Classroom, and then you assign work on Google Classroom, and then they can hand it in. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm going through everything that the children have handed in, anything that has been handed in over the weekend I'm going to mark, and anything that hasn't been handed in I can chase up. So I will show you how I do that in a minute. Okay, so just kind of give you an idea, there's a few different types of classes because we have 7 classes and also 7 different maths classes. So if I just go onto my class, this is kind of like my homepage and what it looks like. There are children's comments here, but then over here is the classwork. So this is all the class stuff that has been set over the last few days. So for example, we have done some river work for topic. So this was posted, that was the first lesson, this was the second lesson, this is some other activities that we've been doing for like wellbeing and PHSE, this is art, this is like the week of literacy that happened last week, this is science and STEAM. But yeah, so that's kind of the work they've been set. And if I go over to here, I can actually click on here and see what has been completed and what hasn't. So if I kind of scroll over here, some of this stuff, so like some children have resubmitted it because I've marked it, I've sent it back, and it, you know, they need to work on it, so they've resubmitted it. Some of the stuff, some children have handed me stuff via email as well. But this is quite a nice way of just kind of keeping on top of stuff. What I do find is that, like, for example, I do find the work comes in a lot later than I expect. So basically, Rivers is pretty much all in, apart from the odd few that send it via email. So this is pretty much in, but this work was actually set last Tuesday. So it was like one of the first pieces of work that we set. Again, Still Life is half done, and that was set last Tuesday as well. This is Tuesday's literacy, again, not loads of work in, so I think it's a case of like the children are doing it in their own time, but it is hard to keep on top of because you're not kind of constantly being able to like remind them, right, this needs to be in now. So yeah, that's kind of what my job is now for the next hour, is just to kind of make sure that this gets done as much as possible. Okay, so I just thought I'd quickly show you this. I have arranged a quizzes game with my class at 10 AM. So quizzes is, if I just show you the website, hang on. So quizzes is kind of like, if you know Kahoot, it's kind of like that, but they can do it without seeing a screen. But basically there are lots of different types of activities on here. You've got like maths, literacy, social studies, languages, science. There are lots of different types of quizzes. It's made often by teachers. Sometimes you'll get ones that have been made by children. You can make one yourself. I tend to just kind of find like an example. So for example, we actually had a go at a Frozen one the other day because my kids really like Frozen. But you can choose a quiz. Say for example, I'm not sure what to do in my class today. We actually looked at selective breathing before, so we could have a go at that. But yeah, there's lots of different ones because it's not just for young children, it's for adults as well. But you can choose a quiz, and if I just type in, like I wanted to do like a general knowledge quiz. Knowledge, I'll type in Key Stage 2 because, you know, we're in Key Stage 2. And then you get lots of different quizzes. You can check here what the information, like you can go onto it. So if I want to have a go at this one, so what is Malaysia's first international airport? What is the official language of Brazil? These look kind of quite hard actually, so I think that might be a bit too hard for my kids, but I will have a look at another one. and you can actually, like, if you hover over it here, you can see like a rundown of a few of the questions as well. So if I hover over, so that one looks like it's quite a good one to do. They'll probably like that one. So if you go onto it, you press play live, and then you host the game. And then basically what I'm going to do is the children on their own devices will go onto this, join my quiz, and then you give them the game code, and then on your screen it will come up with all their names, and once everyone's in, you press start and it will go through the game. So I won't show you everything just because the kids' names will be on there, but yeah, that's kind of what you do. So yeah, we're gonna have a go at that. I told the kids we're gonna be doing it at 10 AM. It's quite nice because it kind of makes sure they're all online, especially if you're doing it kind of like in the morning, but it also just means that it's a nice activity for them to interact with each other. So yeah, that is what I'm doing now. Hi guys, so it's now 12:20. I've just finished a Google Meet with the teachers in my year group, and I'm gonna start making lunch. So Callum, also my husband Callum, works from home, like he works on our blog, and when we ever have a Google Meet, he like goes and works in one of the bedrooms because he finds it awkward. So I'm gonna go tell him I've finished and then start cooking. Right guys, it's time for lunch. We have got some rice. Callum makes this really nice Thai omelette that he learned how to do on the internet. So we've got some rice, Thai omelette, and I'm not sure what this dish is called. It's like pork with basil, with soy sauce, with fish sauce, with sugar. It's nice, I really enjoy it. It's a nice easy lunch. So I'm gonna enjoy this and watch a bit of YouTube. Okay guys, so it's now 3:30. I'm gonna kind of finish off now. Generally speaking, we need to be on the computer between like 7:30 to 3:30 every day, just to kind of respond to emails and stuff like that. I have spent most of my afternoon just kind of marking bits and bobs of work, chasing up work, and then helping any children that need any help on the Google Hangouts. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of finish off now. Basically what I need to do is send out an email to parents. So what we're doing is we have like a planning form for what each day's like activity is. And we send it to parents the day before, and we schedule it to go out at 4 o'clock, and then the next morning we send it to our children at 8:30. So it just means that parents can have it in advance, especially if they are going out or if like they're still working. They can go through it in the evening. If there's anything that their children might not be sure about, they can help their children like organise and get the stuff ready for the next day. But yeah, so that's the plan, is we send it out at 4:30 in the afternoon, and then we send it to the children in the morning. The main reason we don't send them both at the same time is just because we know that we have a lot of children that will just do it in the evening, especially right now because they're all bored at home. So yeah, I'm going to send that out now, and then I'm just going to kind of do some blog work. So if this is the first time you're watching this, I am also a blogger. So me and my husband run a travel blog called Creative Travel Guide. We just launched 2 new websites. We've launched That Bangkok Life, which is a blog all about Bangkok and Thailand as well. And then we launched a second blog like literally a week before all this happened. We launched a second blog called, well, a third blog called Theme Park 24/7. And we launched it on a Sunday, and then they closed all the theme parks the following weekend. So it wasn't great timing, I'll be honest, but that's how quick everything kind of moved about. So I'm going to do some work on that. To be honest, it's quite difficult and quite demotivating at the moment because our numbers on our main travel blog have gone, like, obviously no one's looking at traveling at the moment. So we're going to use this time to kind of regroup and kind of think, actually, what are the big projects that we want to do right now that are either related to these projects, like related to those websites, that we can work on, so that when everything is like sorted out again we can carry on with, or is there something new that we want to have a look at? So anyway, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to send this email and then we're going to have a chat about the blog. I will probably do some blog work until about 6 or 7 and then I'm going to stop work because I'm finding it really hard to spend my whole day on the laptop. Like, I'm not used to it, obviously. I am used to spending my evenings doing it because of the blogging, but because I'm spending all day on the computer talking to children, it's quite difficult. Anyway, I shall see you tomorrow morning, guys. Yeah, see you in a bit.